Hi everyone. Today I'm going to talk about how to manage code in legacy systems where you have just been given a legacy system to work on and you have to add new features, but you don't know how to get started because the code is very complex and there is a bit of a learning process to get yourself familiar. There's a learning curve, so I'll teach you and really talk about some of the strategies that I follow and what I have seen uh, is helpful to me, and maybe you can take these strategies and implement in your workplace to achieve better results. So yeah, let's dive in. The first step is to get the big picture. Most complex systems will have some sort of documentation or like a high level documentation. Well, at least we hope they do. Uh, so look for some README files, some architecture diagrams, or any developer guides. They're helpful too. Uh, these resources can tell us how to get started, how the system works together, and which of the components you should work on first. So if the documentation is missing, what do you do? You can ask fellow developers around who have worked on the legacy systems, or you can actually take some initiative and start creating your own documentation. So you can help other developers joining the team uh, later as well. So you can definitely take some initiatives to get that started. Next up, as a step two, what you should work on is setting up a development environment. Now, legacy systems, to set that up can definitely be challenging. So but you would want to set it up on your local machine. So that means installing dependencies, configuring databases, setting up Docker if it is able to be supported by Docker. So take your time with the steps and really note and write down any quirks or special things you had to do. And so getting the environment up and running smoothly will help you understand the system and the underlying dependencies better. Next tip to start or do is you should identify the core parts of the system. So this mainly includes the core modules, the libraries, and the external services. Uh, Look through the project structure and really check for dependency files like package.json or for Node.js or pom.xml. These files reveal the libraries and the frameworks used, which helps us understand the technology stack. One of the best ways to get yourself familiar with a code base is to trace through a core functionality, which means you could pick a feature and then really debug through, for example, user login. So you may want to debug the code for like by putting breakpoints and really follow it step by step, and really step inside the code. This will give you a practical understanding of what's going on, what the system flow is, from front end to back end, and it really helps you to understand how all the different components are acting with each other. In complex systems, understanding how the data flow is very crucial. So starting from where the data is input and created, and tracing how it has progressed from input to validation to storage and eventually retrieval part. So checking the models, the APIs, the databases involved will help you understand, the data flow. And diagramming the data flow is also will also help you clarify things for you and it might even help the rest of the team. Next, what you can do is to learn the error handling strategy. So take some time to understand how the system works. Look for any logging, any exception handling, or any debugging tools that are built within the code base. Knowing where to find the error logs and how issues are actually handled will save you a lot of time troubleshooting down the road. So this is an effective strategy. Finally, my last tip to manage legacy code base is to refactor and make improvements as you go by wherever you can. Refactoring overly complex code, cleaning up variable names and commenting on any complex code snippet will actually help you understand the frameworks and the dependencies. So these little changes can definitely help to create a huge difference for anyone who comes and manages and takes over your code, or it can even make you it can help your memory as well down the line of following through a very difficult or a long part of the code base, and help you understand the code easier next time you come to it. And there you have it. Those are some practical steps that I use to get myself comfortable in managing a new and very complex code base. So remember, it's okay to feel overwhelmed at first. Take it one step at a time, and don't be afraid to ask questions around. If you have some support, that's great. Although most of the times we don't actually get the support when we're working with legacy code bases, because some of the developers may have joined and then left the company or the team, or they don't have capacity to answer those questions. So but don't be afraid to make small adjustments and improvements along the way. And I hope this video helps you to follow some strategies to manage legacy code easier and better. I hope you liked it, and if you did like it, please do help my channel grow, and please like, share and subscribe. Thank you.